we just saw this amazing trailer by this American-based African animator, and we just had to do an interview with him.
ROYE Coupe from Unique Studios is his name. Check out the trailer and the interview that follows.
I wasn't born a hero. I had to become one. To protect my people and put an end to the schemes that oppress them. That was my father's last wish. Some ask if I am truly what the people need. Others say I will inevitably bring this city to its demise. Not on my watch.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Hey guys, how you doing?
We're good. How are you?
I'm alright, man. Nice to see you guys.
Yeah. Is your
Sorry,
video coming on yet? We can't see you just yet. Is your...
Yeah, hold on. I had to, because I was driving, I had to park. Hold on one second.
No problem. Cheers.
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah, sorry about that, man. I'm on the road, so I couldn't get to my computer, so I have to talk to you guys through my phone.
Not a problem, not a problem. I hope you parked safely.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm stopped. Don't worry. I'm stopped. Hello.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm okay.
Leaving now.
It's just bad.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, nice to finally see you.
Quick one to warm us up. What is Unique Studios? Exactly what is it? Why is it? And yeah.
Well, the shortest answer I can give is that Unique Studios is all about superheroes, superhero comics, superhero animation, superhero graphic novels. Like I started the company, ever since I was a child, like 5 years old, and I watched the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That was it for me. I've been a superhero fan since then, and you know that's basically, to me, that's what I want my life to be about moving forward. So I decided, instead of just doing it as a hobby, why not start a company about that? So that's how Unique Studio started.
Hey, that's great.
That's pretty cool.
That's great.
Cool.
So how big is your team, and how did you pick the different members of your team?
Well, the funny thing is that the team for now is just me personally, because what I do is that I like to work with different kind of artists. So I partner with a lot of freelance artists. So I don't necessarily have like a staff in house, because for now I just feel like it's easier to just work with artists on a freelance basis. So for me, that's the most important thing. For all the products, I'm the creator, I'm the writer, but I do like to work with a different variety of artists. So for now, it's just me.
Wow.
Wow, that's a lot of content you're putting out for just one person.
I know, right? Yeah, I don't sleep.
Yeah, we can see that. That is hectic.
Yeah.
So tell us about the main project that we know. I don't know if there are many others, but that main one, EXO. Tell us about that one. What inspired that? Why did you choose to start with that?
Well, for EXO, EXO is a combination of ideas that I probably had in my mind since I was a little child. So, I mean, growing up in Nigeria, we didn't really have access to comic books back then. All we had was the Cartoon Network animation, the Nickelodeon stuff.
Yeah.
So I used to watch all the cartoons. And then when I got to the United States when I was 18, I came here for university. And I did my bachelor's and my master's here. I actually did that in computer science. That's another story on its own. But once I got here, then I started getting into the comic book stuff, and I started entrenching myself in that. And then the superhero movies started coming out, and then that was just it for me. So after I started watching a whole lot of that, I started to notice that, hey, we don't have our superheroes in Africa. Like, where are the
That's
African
true, yeah.
superheroes? And not just even that, where are the diverse superheroes? Because it's just more than Africa. Like, where are the Brazilian superheroes? Where are the heroes from, the UK, from France? Like, I've always been somebody who roots for, the underdog. So, I mean, as much as I love Marvel, I'm a huge Marvel DC fan. That I watch all their stuff, I read all their stuff. But I'm also interested in seeing other work from independents. So I decided that, what I noticed is that there were people doing comic books about superheroes in Africa, but they weren't really getting that commercial exposure. Like, apart from maybe a couple of Facebook groups or Facebook fan page, like on a global level, Africa is not known for anything being a superhero. True. And for me personally, I think that it's time that changes. So I decided I was going to create a superhero, not just create one for Africans, but create a superhero that anybody can identify. Either from England, Brazil, China, great. Whatever it is. Because I personally feel like we don't like Batman, Superman, or Spider-Man because of where they're from. We identify with their stories. We identify with their beliefs, what they do, and what they stand for. Yeah. So it's not necessarily about their race or where they come from or how they were born. It's about the story. So I took a lot of time actually. I spent a lot of time on the story and the character and the background. I've been working on EXO since 2012, so it's about 3 years now that I've been working on it. I just started doing publicity this year. So, but before that, I've been doing a lot of research, reading a lot of books, comic books, going back to the first comic books that came out, trying to look at what people identified with, and took some of those things and put that into, what I believe is going to be EXO's story. So my goal here is to create a product that Africans can be proud of, but not only that the world can look at and say, yes, this is something that's good, we want to support it.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah. Wow, that's great. My next question is, you just mentioned how you put out the idea to the whole world. And I wanted to know, how's the reception from the African continent in particular? How is Africa responding? I'm sure you're getting emails and all sorts of responses. How are you handling that? And what kind of a tone is it? Is it positive? Is it mixed? Is it negative? What would you say?
Right. First of all, let me take it back a little bit and tell you, a little bit of history about the project. So initially, this was supposed to be done as a as a feature film, feature animated film. Yeah. So that's what it was supposed to be released at. Okay. So what I did is that I worked with a team and I created an animation that was about 7 minutes long. And I used that, and I also wrote a script. Actually, I actually have a script for a feature animation. And then I started going to distributors and I started going to investors and saying, hey, we don't have anything like this out there. I need someone to partner with me so we can get this done. And, a lot of people said, look, this is a great idea. We like what you're doing, but where's your fan base? We don't know if anybody's going to watch this if we release that. I actually had one producer, and I'm not going to mention who it was, tell me that no one's going to watch a cartoon based on African characters. Like, no one's
serious. Someone actually said that.
I'm not joking. Someone actually told me that.
That is shocking.
Yeah, that's quite shocking.
Someone told me that point blank over the phone. I was talking to a producer who I wanted to partner with back then, and he said, look, you have a nice idea. Your characters are very, engaging. I like the look. I like the story. But you might want to change the location and try and do things differently so that, the world can look at it in a different way. And I was like, look, I value your opinion, but I don't believe in what you're saying. I know what I'm trying to do. Yeah. So what I decided to do was, okay, yes, I can still pursue the animation, but let me put matters into my own hands and actually fund the book myself. So everything that's out there is paid for by me. I don't have any investment. It's all paid for by me. Wow. And another thing, too, is that I have a 9-to-5 job. Like, I work 9 to 5 and I do this as well. So I'm funding everything. So my goal is to release the book, build a fan base that I can then use for leverage and say, hey, look, people actually want this. Look at the success of the book. Now let's create an animated version of this. So that's the plan. So far, I've been getting a whole lot of positive feedback. And not just by Africans, actually, to be honest with you, by people like in the comic book industry. I don't know if you guys are aware. There's a blog called Mashable.com.
Yes, we know.
I had a writer from Mashable contact me and say they wanted to interview me as well. So hopefully, sometime, this year I might be able to get the product,
awesome.
the product
That'd
on
be
the
a
blog.
huge step.
So the reception has been very good because, like I said, when people see something that's positive, something that's actually a good product, a good story, they're going to latch on it. It doesn't matter whether your hero is African, from Argentina, from Mexico. If you have a good product, that's the thing that we have to know. Like, your product has to be good. Like, we can't say because, okay, Africa, we're not necessarily as big as the rest of the world when it comes to comic books, that we should now ignore the quality of our products.
Yeah.
If we want to compete on a global level, we have to have that kind of quality as well.
Yeah.
How do you divide your time between what you're doing, your 9 to 5? This is a self-funded project. What's a day in the life of Roy like?
You merged both the 2D and the 3D. Was that a personal preference? Was it to allow for the trends which are everyone is trying to do 3D? Or why? What was your decision behind that? Wow, this guy knows his stuff. This
Really
interview is going
informative.
pretty good. I like this. If you want to see the next interview, part 2, just click on one of the videos below and you'll be taken right there.
Yeah, if you also want to check out our other shows such as Tech and Tips or Cosplay Corner, you can check out one of these links below too. See you next time.